The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
A delay. That's all it is. All major theme parks had delays. When they opened Disneyland in 1956, nothing worked.
Yeah, but John, if the Pirates of the Caribbean breaks down, the pirates don't eat the tourists.
Hello and welcome to another fabulous episode of With the Script, the very Scottish movie review podcast with a wee slash of comedy, so I'll start talking normal. Very warm welcome to everybody for tuning in again this week, and thanks very much for your support, likes and loves last week. As always, I'm joined with my co-host, an equal partner in this fucking business, Mr. Christopher Ness. How are we, Chris?
Yeah, welcome to What's the Script? Oh,
you all right, mate? Aye, you good?
aye. The first day off, everything's hunky-dory. I've got a song in my heart and a spring in my step. I need to go to the doctors about that.
There we go. I like that, mate. I like that answer. They two answers, mate. That wasn't ticky about at all. That was good. You've had to think about that, haven't you? Aye.
We've had to adapt. Adapt or die, Craig.
Cheeky wee face there. I knew you were thinking about that. You're sitting choking to say it.
Oh, you.
Once again, as always, thanks again to Quaint for providing us with the title track. And again, we strongly advise that you give them a little listen on Spotify. They're also available on all the platforms we're on, like X and Twitter, Facebook, and the like. And well done, boys. Keep up the good work. So, where can they find us, Chris? If someone was to be, I don't know, not best savvy with the technology side of things, where could they find What's the Script?
Well, they can find us in the cracks of a prehistoric riverbed. They can they can find us up unwhistled chimneys.
Unwhistled
they can
chimneys?
Find us. They can find us on the beaches, in the lands, in the skies.
All right, Churchill. Where do you stay at your chimneys whistle? Nobody has slept.
I'm appealing to an older audience.
Oh, aye. Maybe another all hard of hearing. Fucking whistling chimneys throughout their youths, man.
Imagine going about whistling up chimneys like that.
Aye. Only to get up there and Dick Van Dyke's and tap it. Howdy, governor. Oh, no. Okay, that's Mary Poppins here. Aye, well, that's exactly. You can find us in such like places. But a whistling chimney was never be in my top 100 guesses of where he'd have said it, mate. That's smashing, actually. So, guys, get onto the platforms. Give us a little bit of feedback. Give us some constructive or criticism. We don't care, really, to be honest with you. We'd just like to interact with folk. We always do get back to you. Hit that like button. Get us on YouTube, Spotify are our two main seem to be platforms, but we are also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Deezer, and the like. So there we go. And that's a bit of housekeeping done there, and I'll do some more at the end of the podcast. Chris, what you been watching? Aye, what you been watching this week? Anything good?
It's actually been a bit of a dry month for me, mate. Well, a dry week.
Dry month? You're a good liar.
Well, I've just not really been watching it, mate. Just coming in, for work, fucking about on TikTok and all that, and then just going, oh, look at the time, and then go to sleep. So I'm not having me dating, but I've got plans. There's a wee horror film out now about an imaginary friend or something, or an evil teddy bear, something along those lines.
All
You
right.
can tell I've paid attention to what it's about. So
You
you know
know
what I
what
mean?
it's called? No.
No, it's
No.
it's something about imaginary friends or something, but it turns out it's like an evil entity that poses as an imaginary friend and tries to harm families and Wayne's. Imaginary. There you go. Imaginary. It's called there. Imagine that.
Oh, that's one. Well, because I've procured some myself. With a plan the same as yours to watch some new stuff this week coming up. I've procured, I'll say procured, some of the latest releases um, for on my hard drive there, and I'll be watching there. I've got Killers of the Flower Moon, which you've seen. I've got that one Emma Stone's just done, and I've got a rake of others and a couple of horrors in there as well that are just out this year or tail end of last year, which I've not heard of, but I'll get round to them. But I did watch Dune, or June, as we like to call it, mate, after me slagging it a couple of episodes ago. I sat there, I disciplined myself to sit and get right through it. I fell asleep with 40 minutes to go or something, but that was just because of the time of night and I'd been working all day. So I watched the end of it and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it without being blown away. I think it's a two-part watcher. You need to watch it again as a film. I think the first watch is all about taking on information and people
Yeah.
and factions and all that kind of stuff, isn't it?
Aye. It does take a watch or two. Don't get me wrong. That's why I think I enjoyed the second one better because I seemed to just take that all in. Whereas it was, I mean, I'd seen the original film, but it's it's done on a more
Indeed.
grander scale, isn't it? And a bit
Aye.
more drawn out. But I think
Batista's
that
off
kind of helps
angry,
it.
isn't he? Batista's off angry, just
Aye.
growling all the time. But I still don't know, like, Skarsgård, what is he? Is he the Emperor? No?
No, he's the leader of Baptista's mob because the
Aye.
second one, Christopher Walken's the Emperor. Know what I mean? But you kind of find out.
No, I can see you coming. I can see the blood, too.
You wore this spice up your ass.
The spice. Brilliant, man. So
Aye.
there, I think that's the only thing I watched apart from Voyager, which I've got 1.5 series left to go. I'm actually getting a bit sick of it, but I'm going to push through and that and watch the end of
See it
it.
right out to the end.
That's it, mate. But new. Shona's been watching a thing on Netflix, and it's no recent. It's an older thing. It's a series. Greg Davis, big comedian,
Uh,
big tall guy. It's called Man Down.
oh,
It's
I think I've.
hilarious, absolutely brilliant. It's on Netflix, mate. Watch the one episode. I know you don't like the series stuff, but it's funny, funny. I like a big guy, man.
Aye,
Good people.
aye. I have been recommended a couple of things as well. The new film that John Cena's in. Is it Ricky Stanek or something like that? And The Gentleman. I've heard good things about. So
Aye,
I'm getting
Missy's
tore
watched
into
that.
them.
Missy started watching that last night and says it was good. So but it'll all come after the Voyager, let me tell you. So there we go, folks. That's us all caught up. Big shout out before we start to our homeboys at Seismic and mentions for Wreckfest, Diabolical, and the like, and their wee mad faction that they've got going together, with Chatsunami and others, which name escapes me. But check it out. I've been told to tell you to check it out. There we go. So, mate, it was your pick this week, and you chose 1993's Jurassic Park. Why?
Yes. Dinosaurs, mate. Who doesn't like a dinosaur? I feel these were tailor-made for wee boys and older men that don't grow up. Tell you, man.
You're right.
I mean,
Absolutely right.
who doesn't get a toy dinosaur?
Nobody.
And
I mean,
it's
before this was the kind of before this. It was the excuse me. You're talking what 1950s?
aye.
Really bad stop animation kind of. Not really bad. It's 1950s for the time. It was absolutely smashing on it. That was probably the last time you had like a model and a Komodo dragon, a real Komodo dragon fighting. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
So this was a huge step cinematically, wasn't it?
Aye, this was the benchmark. It was. I mean, watching it last night, you can tell with some of the animation. You go, it's aged a bit, but it's still good enough to go 1993. That's amazing. You know what I mean? And that's even before you go into the animatronic puppeteering dinosaurs that they're real. You know what I mean? Dinosaurs exist.
Because there's a bit of trivia. Obviously, we'll get to later to say that they still exist, and I'll let you know that in a wee while. There's a really good piece on ILM on Disney Plus, Industrial Light and Magic. If anybody's watched that series, they'll know what we're talking about when they get to this, don't they? And it shows you the footage that they've done with stop animation as opposed to CGI. It just wouldn't have worked on it, no.
Nah. There was like one of the animators that it was his bread and butter sort of thing. And when he seen it, he went, "Oh, that's it over." Know what I mean? It's done. Know what I mean?
See when he said that, I felt pure sorry for him
I
because
know.
he just in his adulthood found out that he had like ADHD and autism and behavioural stuff, and he thought there and then he says, "That's me. I'm out of job. My life's done." I was like,
Aye.
"Oh, Wayne, I'm just ginger here." Oh no.
Aye, that was mad, but try to put yourself in the guy's shoes, know what I mean? Like the whole stop animation stuff and all that was the go-to, right? And then you were seeing stuff like this, and you must have been like that. Fucking, like, amazing. Know what I mean? I could only imagine, and honestly, the actors in it try to act that there's dinosaurs there like that. And that must have been a first as well, know what I mean?
Definitely, mate. But for anybody that hasn't seen this in the last 31 years, that's when it was out, guys. 31 years ago. In fact, there's probably people listening to this podcast who weren't born when this was out.
I was 1 year old.
You were one. You were probably there, mate, in your nappy anyway, you know what I mean?
Shite up my back.
Aye, especially when you've seen that T-Rex, mate. So the story is, an eccentric, can't get rid of this throat, an eccentric industrialist billionaire invites some experts to visit his newly built and mysterious theme park on the island of Isla Nublar, which is 140 miles just west of Costa Rica. After a catastrophic power failure, all systems fail, allowing the caged prehistoric inhabitants loose on the island, putting everyone's lives, including his grandchildren's, in danger. There we go. And it was 16th of June 1993. It was released upon us in the UK, mate.
Aye. And aye, it made a massive impact around the world, didn't it? They're talking here $63 million budget, and it brought in what 1.1 billion around the world.
It's for second week in a row we've bust the $1 billion mark with films, and aye, you know why? Because obviously I was a wee bit older than you in 1993. I remember going to see it and just being absolutely wowed. There was jump scares in the cinema. Shona was just telling me earlier on, actually, my wife, her dad took her to see it, and she jumped. She didn't say what bit it was. She jumped, and she was in the old Grosvenor in Aston Lane, and she rattled her knee off the old crickety seats and burst all her leg open and all that, man. So it shows you that Waynes were scared, but it wasn't traumatized, scary. You know what I mean? It was.
Aye. Like, obviously, Paul, I was telling him that we were doing this, and he's not seen it all the way through. And I looked at him like he was a fucking Martian, know what I mean? But he says, he says to me like that. It's not his kind of film. Dinosaurs biting people's heads off and all that. It's just not him.
To be fair to you, Paul, that is. How long's the film? About 2 hours?
I think so, aye.
That's a long time not to be clearing lifts, know what I mean? In between lifts, no, that can sit through a film, man. And you know what he's like, can he? He's walked through a minute's silence, that boy.
Aye. He shoot me a tranquilizer dart and you still need to run him for 4 miles.
Take him to the park and fling the ball for about 3 hours. Just keeps coming back. Hickman. Fling the ball. But as I said, my mum and my best friend's mum took me, my best friend, and my brothers to the ABC in Circle Street in Glasgow to see this Stowed chock-a-block. I don't know if I've said this on a previous podcast before, but my mum and my mum's friend Sandra decided to take a wee half bottle in with them. A wee half bottle being alcohol to people that aren't privy to the Glaswegian way of things. So they took a carry out in with them and they actually get steaming drunk. My mum got up halfway through the film to go to the toilet and she never came back. So I'll always remember watching this and being a bit scared that my ma been abducted or eaten by a dinosaur out in the foyer. You know what I mean? She never came back. So that was all smashing, and then the credits roll and the lights go up, and all we hear is my mum. See my mum about 5 rows down, standing up, steaming. Hi, Arianna. She came back for the toilet, went and sat down next to another family. Thought they were us. So there you go, Anne Marie. That's you. Claim to fame.
Oh, superb, man. I bet if you bring that story up, the fucking face goes scarlet like that.
Oh, aye, definitely. Because she's getting a look in that picture house because it was Scrooged. We done Scrooged. I told you about that. And him and that again get drunk because there used to be a bar in it and she fell up the stair, burst all her leg open. No, that's just, aye. Good crack, Mama. So she is.
Well,
who's in the film, mate? Actor, why? Aye. Who's in the film? Who's playing who?
Well, obviously, we'll get Sam Neill, who's smashing. Laura Dern, don't mind. Jeff Goldblum, smashing guy. Is it? Richard Attenborough, who apparently came out of retirement to do this. So, because interesting enough, which kind of like I didn't notice, like seeing this film, obviously he's got a Scottish accent in it, right? I don't ever remember that coming across, right? Watching this ages ago, right? But it appeared more this time watching it run. And apparently they offered the role to Sean Connery. And I just can't get it out of my fucking mind. I'm going like that. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Well, no expense.
Welcome to the Rock.
I can imagine that. Dr. Hammond, I am not endorsing your park. Oh, what's wrong with the dinosaurs? Just give me a little slap. Chased by T-Rex. Little slap. Send him on his way.
Aye, but the very thought of that. But more people in it: Bob Peck, Martin Ferrero, B.D. Wong, who fucking has made a fair living off these films.
Half, mate.
Aye, Joe Mazzello, Arianna Richards, Samuel Jackson, who I keep forgetting is in it, and Wayne Knight.
Aye. Big Dennis. Fucking, I will get to him. So, a really good cast, mate. Star-studded. Samuel Jackson, probably just off, well, not just off the back, but no far away after the back of coming to America when he kind of became prominent, and then his career just snowballed for there. But you're right, you do forget he's in this when you've not watched it a while, and you're like, makes me want to have a fag, that guy. He really does.
And his mad catchphrase. I don't know if they were wanting this to take off. You know what I mean? But
T-shirts, not it.
aye, hang on to your butts. Like you're the same guy that's made a living out of shouting motherfucker.
I know. Exactly, man. Using the N word all the time because you're allowed to say it. We're not allowed to say it. Not that I'd want to say it anyway. You know what I mean?
No,
But
but I'm interested enough talking about Samuel Jackson and motherfucker. Look, somebody's toted up how much he has made from saying the word motherfucker, and it works out like $1 million. Superb. You've got to admire that.
have. I think I think that's now his word. I think that's his, and it should be under the dictionary. A wee picture of Samuel Jackson underneath that word. He's earned the right, that boy.
So, are we retiring the word motherfucker when he leaves us? Just like a shot number? Nah.
Aye, I know. Mother fudger. Hey, mother fudger.
Aye, but smashing cast, and again, there was see some of the trivia stuff I read for this. Absolutely unbelievable. Like,
Lengthy, innit? Trivia's
aye.
lengthy, man.
Like the part that obviously Sam Neill played, William Hutt was offered it, Kurt Russell was offered it, and Harrison Ford, and all three of them turned it down. For the
Aye,
Eve
under
character.
the guise of they thinking it being a kids movie, didn't they?
Aye. Plus, I think Harrison Ford says he thought the character was too close to Indiana Jones, which he's kind of right. That picture behind you can just imagine the old Harrison in that.
Yeah, aye, true. I can understand that. A
Um,
lot of time, I'll say your word right enough, but I'll use your phrase. I've got a lot of time for Sam Neill. I think he's
aye.
a great actor. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us very shortly. He's got get bad cancer, apparently. I think he's
Aye.
time's limited with us, unfortunately, but he's a great actor. Great actor. I thought he's hot his peak in Peaky Blinders. First couple of series, it was immense.
Aye. He's good people, mate. He's good people. But even the Eve part, apparently Sandra Bullock, Gwyneth Paltrow, Demi Moore, Helen Hunt, Liz Hurley, all auditioned for the Ellie part. So the film could have been very different. Plus, Michael Keaton, Johnny Depp, Ted Danson, and Michael J. Fox all screen tested for the Malcolm role. So this film could have looked very different, but I think it works with the people that are in it, doesn't it?
Oh, that definitely. I mean, as much as I enjoy looking at Liz Hurley, I can't say that she's a grade A actor. And Ellie had to act in this film, didn't she?
Aye.
Some of her scenes are great. And Laura Dern is a good actress, really good actress. Yeah, it's just a shame she played the part she played in The Last Jedi, but we'll not talk about that. Aye, that's a wild array of the great and good of Hollywood. Ted Danson.
I know, but I can kind of see that. But see, if you want to be in this film and playing the Malcolm part, it would have been like watching Cheers. You know what I mean?
Aye.
I don't know about that, Diane.
Wee Carla coming in. She could have been what do you call him, Dennis? Aye, there's loads of trivia, mate. I mean, even due to the fact that the movie itself caused paleontology to rise around the world. It piqued everybody's interest. There was a lot of people wanted to go to uni and study paleontology, and they ended up finding like an exponential amount of new fossils and bones, and I think it worked out at something. They were finding new species like one a week because there was that many
Aye.
people out digging.
Aye. It was a real shot in the arm for the industry, as they say there. But, aye. Oh, you can tell. See what they made up. Well, what I say is, mate, even still, people are still fascinated with dinosaurs. And I genuinely believe this film has got a lot to do with
Always will be, mate.
it.
Always will be. My boys, they can tell you. I mean, if you say, "Oh, dinosaur," they'll say T-Rex, Daddy. You know what I mean? Or Stegosaurus, because they were just
Aye.
indoctrinated with the Lost World when they
Aye.
grew up. I watched that every day for 2 years. I'm not joking. No joking. That was a
Is that
fun.
the second one, aye?
No, the second's part of 3.
Oh, right,
so it's the
aye.
first one in that, the very first one.
Aye.
So every time you see a raptor, they'll oh, there's Blue. Velociraptor Blue and all that. That's mental.
Aye. Oh, don't get me wrong, mate. Me and my brother were the exact same. And oh, like to the point, right? I remember being in nursery, right? And there was this one day where all the class was taken in, and you want to go up on stage and you want to sing a song in front of the whole class. Do you know I went in and done the fucking song to this? I went do 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 do.
Brilliant. They watched it.
3 months, mate. I can tell you.
Oh,
Mate, I'll wake up in the middle of the night sweating like that. Oh, just remembering that. Oh, the bad teacher. Oh, thanks for that, Chris. Come on down now.
Brilliant. I made up words for the Waynes, obviously.
Oh,
You know what I mean? We're all going down Jurassic Park. Well, dinosaurs will chase and eat your friends. Well, so got that one, man.
oh, so
Just
good, man.
lying there laughing. Daddy's funny.
Oh, bye. Even talking about see, there's a lot of films out there, right? They've all get their own song, and you just connect it with the film. See, this just this tune, man. The tune in this, that's it. That's Jurassic Park. Anything to do with dinosaurs.
Aye. I mean, actually, if you were to make a playlist of movie tunes that you could just go about your work and listen to, this would be one of them. Along with like Back to the Future, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. Iconic. You're right, mate. The first 2 bars come in and you're like, ah, boom. That's what I got. It's on my Wayne's playlist. Christ.
Aye.
Jesus.
Aye. Such an impression. I remember, like your boys, me and my young brother Div, we had all the fucking dinosaurs. But wanted to see one of them, you can put your arm up and work it like a puppet sort of thing. One of them bastards. But you had to watch the tail, the big pointy tail on it, mate. And it was not to be trifled with.
Aye. Well, I bought them the raptor masks you put on, which were great because they had a jaw movement and they opened and they went, when you opened your mouth, and they were great, but the foam inside them came off and they started cutting into your face and that, so I popped them out. So just be careful of your own raptor masks. But they've got hundreds of like proper merch. They've got hundreds of dinosaurs that are not Jurassic Park stuff, but they've got hundreds of dinosaurs, mate. Boxes full of them for Jurassic Park. Cost us fortunes, mate, because this big thing, that was 60 quid. That, you know what I mean? 60 quid. Swally's things, but I need to put a battery in it because the road's not working. It's just things like that. But that was a big deal with this movie, wasn't it? The merch surrounding it. Oh,
so much it, mate. They even they even show you it in the film at one point. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is what you will buy. It's like a Jedi mind trick.
Aye, they said that. That's proper merch which you can buy. Lunchboxes, t-shirts, dinosaurs, whole shebang.
Oh, big Drew in Canada I talked to. Shout out to Drew. Do you know he actually owns one of the wee Jeeps? Mate,
What, a real one? You can drive?
aye. Aye. I was like, you bastard.
Aye. Go for a ride, my Jeep, eh? I bet it's not attached to a bloody monorail, but I'll tell you that.
No,
The
but aye,
perspex glass over the steering wheel.
aye. Hey, mate. Super, aye. He sent me pictures at the first time and I was like, just, I mean, I'm not interested in driving whatsoever, man, but I was like, I want the pretty.
Aye. Well done, Drew. Fuck you, Drew. You and your boy toys.
Aye. But there you go, mate. For toy dinosaurs all the way to the Jeep. That's how fond of this film people are.
Some of the best, well, I would imagine one of the trivia things was that Steven Spielberg sent the cast, the main cast, a full size model raptor each and signed it. So he did. That was part of the trivia there. I know. I think it was Laura Dern says that it scared the shite out of her baby. I'm like, why'd you keep it in the baby's room? You know what I mean? But eventually I had to move it out of the baby's room. You think? You know what I mean? Poor Wayne opening its eyes.
Oh, super, man. Can you imagine that? You, you wouldn't mention that to guests. So if you had them standing there, right, and then you would just move it to the front of the room for them to come out in the morning. This big raptor.
I'll read it out. It says the cast were all given it a raptor model signed by director Steven Spielberg as a gift. It looked very frightening, and Arianna Richards has it in her house to shock anyone coming in. So that's the wee lassie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Shock anyone coming in like a guard at the gate. Jeff Goldblum's model has a prime spot in his house and is as a cherished object. And Laura Dern put her raptor model in her son's room near the crib. My fucking baby! Near the crib. When he was older and saw it, he screamed like never before. She had to put it in storage, but hopes one day the two will be friends. What a lovely story. Imagine,
Aye.
no just putting it in his room, but that needs to be closer to the baby. I'm watching you, Laura Dern. I'm watching you.
Having it arching into the crib like that.
Fuck you.
Aye.
Scary bitch.
It was well sought after this film. Apparently the rights to it, obviously, because it is a book by Michael Crichton, who seems to have wrote an absolute body of work.
Aye, definitely. Because they bought the rights before the book was even completed, apparently, which is amazing.
Aye, there you go. And mate, I don't know how true this is, right? But obviously there was a bidding war for this, right? And apparently James Cameron wanted to make it, right? And he was going to have Charlton Heston, right, as the Hammond part, Bill Paxton as the Malcolm part, and Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Grant part. And he says it would have been like Aliens 2, except with dinosaurs.
Thank Christ that never happened then. I'll tell you. But for
There's
no other,
just- there's
for
things
no
that
other
shouldn't
reason than the
happen.
fact that he's got the monopoly on the fucking $1 billion club or the highest grossing movie club, you know what I mean? I think he's
Aye.
got like 6 in the top 10 or something, or top 8.
Yep. Oh,
Leave us alone, Jimmy Cameron. You've done your bits. Bugger off. Take your Avatar
Aye.
away, you. I've still not watched
Aye.
Avatar 2.
I just watched it because it was there on Disney Plus. But what I've said is I wasn't a fan of the first one. Don't get me wrong, the effects and all that superb, but I think it's just blown out of proportion.
What's it you call it? A visual spectacle?
Aye, a visual spectacle. Listen to me with my moniker.
But the story's shite. Doesn't matter. Just look at it. Look with your eyes. Aye, look bloody John Travolta. Yeah. Use your eyes. What's He's one of your favourite scenes, mate.
Oh,
We'll go one
where do I
each
begin?
this time, so they're doing two at a time on it.
Well, I'll kick off with, I think, what is the best in the film, and it's just the raptors in the kitchen chasing was it Lex and Tim? As it's brilliant, man. It's so tense. It's fucking. You're just holding,
Verifying into it. Do you know it took my brain the longest time to work out Lexi's reflection?
Aye.
Now the raptor goes for it and hits it. And I'm like, what's going on? How did it not get up?
No. Yes, mate. It is, man. It's so because it's pure. It's intense. Know what I mean? Just these big fucking things walking about and the music and all that, and then it's just it's superb, mate. It's just that well done, and it just constantly builds because it's it's like they're just being stopped. Know what I mean? And it's brilliant the way it's done. This it's kind of like Scooby Doo, I know. See, when obviously they're getting chased after the bad guy, and then they end up chasing the bad guy and all that. Know what I mean? It's a bit like that and all, but it's still good, man. Brilliant.
Awesome, innit? Even right up to the bit where you first see the raptor at the wee porthole window, and the breath just mists up the window. You're like, that's clever. That is clever. That makes it seem alive, man.
Aye. These big monsters are coming. Know what I mean? And and plus you're seeing the intelligence of the raptors as well. Know what I mean? Because you're like, if they just walk down this lane, they can go up that way, and then the next thing, one leaps up onto the counter, and you're like, you bastard!
Aye, exactly. Do you know that's the great thing about this film? It tells us, it educates us as to where we're at in the movie going forward, so that when you get to a bit, you understand why it's happened and all that. Because before that, Muldoon said about the Raptors being smart, very smart, problem solving smart. Do you know what I mean? And you can tell they're working you out and all that kind of stuff. But one of my favourite bits as well, I'll not say the obvious, but the T-Rex, which is fucking awesome. But after the T-Rex has kind of done a bit of damage to the cars and stuff, see when Alan, he has Lexi on the rope, he's swinging back and forth in the car, the Jeep's coming down.
Aye.
And it just misses him through the trees, and that's up. Still get the gasp, and then it gets Tim at the motor and all, and just to get down the tree before the car hits them and stuff. That's great.
It's like there's more dangers than just the dinosaurs.
Definitely.
Fucking.
And then the comedic bit right at the death, because they get away, they get done, they get on the ground, and then the car collapses and tap them, but they're okay. And the wee boys just, we're still in the car.
Aye, so another thing for this, mate, is a lot of humour in it. A lot of humour's good. Again, I would see the T-Rex attacking the cars is just up there. Like just even the way it's introduced. Like obviously the goat leg hitting the car, and then just see the wee dinosaur there like pinging off the fence, and you're like, oh, you creepy bastard.
Aye. Oh no, that's it coming, and it's dark and it's raining now. It's waited to night time, the bastard. See, the first time I heard that roar, mate, I know. You're like, that's a proper real dinosaur, by the way. And the T-Rex roar was a composite mix of dog, penguin, tiger snarl, an alligator's gurgle, and a baby elephant squeal. So there you go.
Mate, I read that myself, mate, and then see after I read it, you could hear the different animals in it. Whereas before I was like, oh, that's fucking just that must have been what a dinosaur sounded like.
Aye, the only thing I couldn't hear the penguin, but I could hear the penguin and the raptors.
Aye.
Or something. I just could hear that, man. You're right, mate. The T-Rex is just size and scale, and used with a CGI technology we'd never seen before, man.
Aye. Oh, mate. I just glad mind there. I couldn't hear the penguin, but I could hear it in the raptors, and you just imagine the penguins like, haha, Batman!
I enjoy a penguin. I do enjoy a penguin.
But, aye. I mean, it's the whole. See everything surrounding the raptors in this. I think it gave you like a mere sense of dread when he thinks. No, because we think like there's fucking like forums out there. It's always an alien. It's always super intelligent, and it's coming for you, sort of thing. Whereas raptors, fucking, unless you're mega religious, did exist. You know what I mean? But because even I think another one of the good scenes in it is where it's Ellie and Muldoon, and they're going to restart the generator, sort of thing, and it's when Muldoon's like that. Now we're being hunted, and you're going, what the fuck, what? You know what I mean? And it's like Predator because you can't see fuck all. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, I've put that down as one of my favourite scenes as well. However, it's infuriating because he doesn't practice what he knows. I mean, Alan's already told that wee boy at the very start about how they come for the side, a pack of wolves in it. And that guy said it as well. And even though he makes eye contact, then he remembers. But it's too late. By that time, you can just hear the other one. And the clever girl. Fuck. Super.
Aye, but that's what I mean. That's what I'm wondering about. See that thing, like, but it still works. Know what I mean?
Aye.
Like,
Aye.
she stood there on purpose, like, oh, look at me, I don't see you. Oh, Monair, shoot me.
Whoa.
But see, another thing that's good about this as well, and I didn't really get much thought until obviously while doing this. See everybody that's brutally killed by the dinosaurs. They're no nice people. Know what I mean? Maybe Arnold's the exception, but you've got Muldoon, who's practically a prize hunter, know what I mean? So Nick likes him really. Then you've got the lawyer, who, for the beginning of the film, just seems like a bit of a prick. Know what I mean?
Who's Arnold?
Is that no thing, me? Samuel Jackson's character?
Oh, Ray.
Is that his name?
Aye, his first name's Ray. Maybe his second name's Arnold, Mr. Arnold.
I
Aye.
don't know, mate. I don't know where I got Arnold for, but right. But even, and obviously, the guy that steals the embryos, know what I mean? He gets done in. Whereas, see if it was like a likeable character getting done, you'd be a bit, oh, come on there. Know what I mean?
Aye, no, you're right. It is the kind of get their comeuppance. I mean, that wee lawyer, he's just obnoxious wee shite, pound signs in his eyes like a cartoon, you know what I mean? So he deserves it. One of my favourite scenes as well is when they're escaping the raptors, they're in the ceiling. And obviously, it kicks the ladder away because it's going to climb up the ladder that way. They're in the ceiling, and what's her name? Lexi falls and Alan just gets her back up in time before the raptor jumps. That's gonna get her, gonna get her.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Aye. Brilliant, man.
Aye, mate. It's the whole dread of the raptors thing, mate, is brilliant. Because see when you see the T-Rex, you're going to be like, oh, the T-Rex is the best fucking thing and all that. And obviously that's the first thing you go to see when I was a wee boy. The T-Rex is better than the raptors. Know what I mean? But like, who would win a fight with the raptors and the T-Rexes? Like,
I know. Aye, you're right. It is because the T-Rex it's the emblem in it of the whole franchise is the fossilized T-Rex. It's the first fossil you see in the big hall and all that kind of stuff. It's great.
Aye.
Another brilliant scene is the Gallimimus running, and then they just turn on. I've seen that. I still remember seeing that in the pictures as being like jaw dropping. It does look a bit dated now. I'll grant you that, but it still was an iconic scene. And then just when you think, oh, they better go out the road, he's running things, the T-Rex comes out and just snatches one, and you're like, oh, Jesus, Jack.
See, it was a good touch to that as well. See, obviously they're hiding behind the log. The log moves when these things fucking jump near it. Know what I mean? Feel like that.
Correct.
Oh, they're really there.
Aye, brilliant.
Oh,
He's another
but
one. There's so many, aren't there?
aye, but the one I think is like brilliant and probably a bit more wholesome sort of thing is like see when obviously Doctor Grant sees the dinosaur for the first time, and it's like like it's kind of ridiculous at all because he's like he takes sunglasses off like oh really? I didn't. I didn't know there was a dinosaur print on these. These must be for Wayne's there. You know what I mean?
Aye.
But see that just the first reveal, obviously, like we said, the CGI looks a bit dated now for what you get. But seeing that for the first time, man, you were like, that's fucking amazing. There's a dinosaur.
That's it, because he doesn't say it's a brachiosaurus to Ellie. He goes, it's a dinosaur. It's a dinosaur. And then when he sees them and realises that they're moving in herds and all that, you see a tear running down his face. You're like, oh, there we go. So Mr. Stoneheart is human after all.
Aye. Nah, it is, man. It's just the whole reveal. It's brilliant, man. And then obviously we Jeff Goldblum and them always like, you crazy motherfucker. You gone did it.
He's got the best patter in this whole film, by the way.
Aye.
We'll get to some
Yeah,
lines shortly.
He's my favourite character, mate. Hands down. Fucking so good, man.
We'll get to some lines shortly, but another couple of great scenes in this. Not just for CGI, actually, some of the dialogue and acting in this, as you know, is fantastic. There's an undercurrent of Alan Grant's arc as to no being a committal to humans, doesn't like Wayne's and all that kind of stuff.
Aye.
That comes round at the end. That's great. See the bit where Hammond is eating ice cream and Ellie comes in, sits down, and they start having a chat. But Hammond is still trying to fight his corner, still being magnanimous. When we get it back up and we'll do it different next time and we'll do this and we'll do that. We'll need to put manual locks on. And she's like, what the hell are you talking about? Your grandkids are out there. They could be dead. Get a grip of yourself, mate.
Aye. It's like the mad scientist thing, isn't it? It's like Frankenstein. Like,
Very much so.
oh, we can do it better next time. And it's like, no, buddy, this is. You're off here. You took a rat for that rat piss.
She says something along the lines of, look, I didn't understand it either when I first seen it. I've been overwhelmed by it. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
How can you know, be?
Aye. Because it was like a big nod to that, because obviously the Jeff Goldblum character is the polar opposite to the Hammond's character. Know what I mean? And then they made it so that even like Hammond dresses all in white and Dr. Malcolm's all in black. Know what I mean? So it was like opposing, like fucking even visually. But he's right.
Aye.
He's like, see when they're talking at dinner, and he's like, what is it? He says, your scientists were too preoccupied with seeing if they could do it. They didn't stop to ask if they should do it. Know what I mean? And you're going, oh, dropping wisdom. I like that.
Aye. Yeah, because he goes on the table, didn't he? Kind of getting their remarks. And when Grant also doesn't give him 100%, you're right, let's do this. He's like, Christ, I'm surprised at you. You as well. I mean, the only one that's really behind me here is the blood-sucking lawyer. And he just looks and goes, thanks. So,
Aye. But aye, that's mate. As characters go in this, everybody is good, man. Because like they're all believable. Know what I mean? Because it isn't like somebody steps. Like there's no super duper guy. You know what I mean? Everybody has got a fault and they're relatable. Know what I mean? It's no fucking. They're perfect in every way.
See, even another great scene is when Dennis gets done in by the Dilophosaurus. That's a Dilophosaurus, I should say. That's brilliant because they look like these wee cute things, didn't they? Brrr. Sound like fucking mogwais.
I mean, there's a couple of that brings me to. There's a couple of bits I was laughing at, and I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous, right? But they're minor, but they're funny. Know what I mean? Like that whole bit, he gets out right, and there's a dinosaur there, and for some reason he thinks this fucking thing plays fetch. I mean, right away I go like that, keep my eyes off it, back off into the fucking motor. Know what I mean? You want the stick? Here's the stick. Go get the stick. Ah, what you like? What you like, lassie?
No wonder you're extinct, you stupid bastard. Aye.
Again, see when the Raptors are trying to get into the office, and Lex is hacking away to get the park back online and all that. See when the Raptors' horns come round the door like a fucking dum dum. Hello, you got a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior?
Aye. 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 Hello. Aye, it's brilliant, isn't it? Aye, there's a couple of faux pas in the film. There really is, man. I mean, that exact same scene in Awe, Ellie gets a good chunk of her boot round the strap of that gun and
Aye.
still doesn't manage to pull it towards her.
See, that annoyed me last night. Right, you've got Tim there, right? Wee Tim is literally doing nothing. He's lying on the back of a chair and he's doing this. Ah! And Tim, son, would you mind handing me over the shooter there? There's a big bastard at the door.
I'm afraid I can't. I'm painfully watching my sister get through this thing as slow as she can fucking possibly go and do it. Aye, you're right, mate. See, the biggest faux pas in this whole film for me, but is at the very start. There is, it opens with the raptor caged in it, guy getting ate with the raptors. So the island's up and running. These things are getting put on the island. But then the next scene is them finding the amber to give them the means to make the dinosaurs. It's almost as if that one's to have been first. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. I don't know. I don't know if I just looked at that like they were still digging for more to get more dinosaurs. I don't know, but in that part as well is another bit I laughed at. Right, we're dealing with big animals here with pointy teeth and claws and all this stuff, right? What did they give these boys? Hard hats.
Aye.
Is there none of the big stab-proof vests and all that? See the big onesies where you can step into a nuclear bomb and all that?
I know.
No,
Almost
but see,
reminds
you're
me
looking
of...
at hard on it. You're going up the fucking road.
Aye, and they do it in The Lost World, I know. Jurassic World as well. Take that, innit? Hard hats. I just don't get it at all. Maybe
Dinosaurs falling out the sky. Ah!
Maybe Lamb's legs were fucking quite constant coming down, but aye, it's like us getting made to wear bloody worky boots in it. It's a laugh, man.
Fucking hilarious, man.
You see the scene where Alan and the Waynes climb the fence? That was great. Just the way he touches it, just frightens the shit out of the two of them.
Aye, because you're starting to see that's the whole, like you say, is the Grant's character starting to come round to a closed, shut off guy to he's actually got fatherly tendencies, know what I mean? Just try to make them feel safe and breaking the tension and all that.
But I still maintain when they get to that fence, there is gaps there big enough that the Rangers could have got through. Easy, by the way.
Aye. Every time I watch it, every time I'm going, just you could pull that wire a wee bit, slip through, especially wee Tim. Know what I mean? He'd be like a wee tunnel rat in Vietnam. He'd get in there and they bother. That's the need for movie doing it.
Get down that fucking foxhole, you wee shit. Take the grenade. Do you know, I says to Shona as well, because I had it on this morning, and wee Tim, it was a bit where Tim's just getting into the Jeep for the first time. He says to Dr. Grant says to him, what Jeep are you planning going on? He goes, whatever one you're in. I think that wee boy looks like a young Hilary Swank.
Oh, mate. I'll tell you right now as well. I wouldn't have minded Day Wayne's dying in that film. I swear, man. Like, it's like obviously they're supposed to be terrified Waynes and they're supposed to be Waynes, and they carry after parts well, aye. But Tim, he's supposed to have read about all these dinosaurs and fucking yada yada yada, and he does stupid things where the dinosaurs are. I'm like that. Come on. Know what I mean? Look, with the T Rex, he's moving about in the motor. I don't know if this is true that they would hunt on like movement sort of thing, but he does everything what you shouldn't be doing when that's attacking the motor. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's still maintained in the new franchise that it is their site based. Do you know what I mean? It's the raptors that are really in tune with their senses. They've got sight, smell, and everything. You know what I mean? But the T Rex, if you stand still, you might be all right. But I'm quite sure that lawyer was quite still in the toilet.
Aye. Plus, mate, it's the Lexi character. I don't know. I know she used to be terrified and all that, which you would be. Right? We're not saying that all we'd all stand up and no fucking full withdrawals. Know what I mean? But it's she's does that bit. He left us. He left us. What? Will you fucking shut up? There's a dinosaur in there.
Aye. Exactly. She was up putting that torch off, and I'm going to ram it right up your ass. Get that fucking light out. But apparently she read for the part, done that scream, and got it there and then. That was enough.
Aye.
She got the part. And you're right as well, mate. Fair play to them. They done all right. And I'm sure the first couple of times I watched this and you watched this, they didn't grate me as much. But when you've watched it 20, 30 times, then
Aye.
The other thing
Aye.
that really gets me is when Dennis meets the guy for lunch and he's him the bag of money and he starts giggling like a fucking daft wee boy. And then he gives him the can. God mental. Shut up, you fat dick. You know what I mean? You calm down, mate.
Like I says, see everybody you see getting done in with raptors or any form of dinosaur. The film sets them up for you not to like them. So see when it does come, you're not at, oh, I don't like that. You're just like, well, I don't mind that.
Plus, maybe dinosaurs got a right good eat after you, you fat bastard.
Who's chasing the stick now, you prick?
Aye, exactly. I'm going to eat your stick. There you go. How you like
Gaze
that?
my stick, you prick.
I'm going to tear the bobby right off you. That's the first thing that's gone. You're going to feel that. If I can find it in your belly.
See the way this was all set up for it all to turn to disaster. It's well done, isn't it?
Of course it is. Aye, and it has to be. There's the underhandness of Dennis that coincides with the storm hitting the island. So it's like the perfect storm, if you will.
Aye.
And it's also, if you look at it kind of deeper, it's also a kind of a nod to the fact that technology will not always save you. If that electricity goes out, there's a problem.
Aye. Talk about the storm and all. Apparently that was a real storm that hit the island when they were filming. And actually parts of the storm were filmed. But I read a wee bit about, was it Richard Attenborough? Like, all the crew were all staying in a hotel. I thought it was just brilliant. And everybody moved into the big ballroom for security. And he refused and stayed in his room. And apparently Steven Spielberg went, how could you do that? Sort of thing. And the bold Richard went, my boy, I survived the blitz.
Aye.
And you
On
can just
yourself.
imagine him with a stogie, couldn't you? Like that?
On yourself, Dickie. Aye, because, I mean, you mentioned earlier about him coming out of retirement for this. And people of a certain vintage might not really know who Richard is. Sir Richard Attenborough is, by the way. We kid on about vast bodies of work, right? But this guy has done it. You know what I mean?
Aye.
For like the inception of cinema, for like the 30s and 40s, right up. He's been involved in some of the biggest movies ever. A lot of war stuff and all that. He's tread the boards on Broadway and London. Proper actor, wasn't he?
Aye, and everything, mate. And if anybody's seen, obviously, The Great Escape, know what I mean? He's
Knight,
the
Knight
main
of the
man in
Realm,
that.
the man is. You know what I mean?
Aye, aye. Plus, his brother's no bad at the animals, which I kind of find hilarious. The character he plays in this,
Aye.
because if there had been anything that would have maybe I topped this off, would have been David Attenborough doing the tour guide stuff. Here we
Oh,
have the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's a big
ah,
bastard of a dinosaur.
that would be so funny. Or fucking even worse, man, like David Bellamy jumping out the bushes. Ooh, look at the dinosaurs.
Aye.
But I can imagine the two of them being wee boys, can't you, lying in bed and Dickie no behaving himself and David just lying in bed commentating about him being a prick. You know what I mean? Here we have the younger brother being a dickhead. Watch how, watch how he breaks my toys.
Okay, mate, I just had that in my head that he's always had that voice, even when he's been away. Aye.
Right, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I'll get up the karaoke. I sit and wait. Does an angel contemplate my faith? I can't do Richard Attenborough. I think David Attenborough, sorry. Got all my Attenboroughs fucking mixed up here.
Aye, but I just found it funny that the brother that specialises in animals and all this stuff, and then the other brother that played this character that brought back dinosaurs. Know what I mean? Just thought it was. I mean, nod to normal life.
Missed opportunity, mate. Aye. Now, the thing is, the technology that we're told was used to bring the dinos back was that they found mosquitoes buried in amber, which was the sap of trees back in the day. They extracted the blood for the mosquitoes, spliced it with reptile frog DNA. Ta-da! Dinosaurs. That was I remember that being very engaging and seeming right plausible in 1993. You can do that. So I suppose you could do that. But in fact, the technology wasn't harnessed or been able to be used. It was 2005. Dr. Mary Schweitzer discovered red blood cells in soft tissue and fossilized bones of a T-Rex, meaning dinosaur cloning will someday be a reality.
I don't know, mate.
Oh,
I was going to say that to you. What do you think such a thing is possible nowadays? But it's going to be it's going to be. They're talking about growing organs and stuff. So
see if we can fucking clone a sheep. People might just go, that's a sheep, but it's a fucking living, breathing, thinking, sentient being. You know what I mean? So how you know? How you know a
exactly,
dinosaur?
mate. Exactly, and
I've done it.
this is the next question. If there was a Jurassic Park, are you gone?
Aye. Oh, aye. Definitely. I'm going. I'm wearing a suit of armour, but I'm going, man.
Oh, see, I don't
just
know,
think,
mate,
no,
because
you don't go.
I don't really like zoos, mate.
Going to live stream it, aye. You
I,
don't like zoos?
I don't like zoos, mate,
The
because
fuck's up with you?
see, for a while, mate, zoos had a purpose, right? You couldn't see these fucking things, right?
True, you're right.
No, you can.
Aye. They're just animal prisons now, aren't they? They are.
Aye.
I mean, back in the day,
So,
if you're little Joey and young Lucy in Victorian fucking London, you've never seen a polar bear. I can see the need for it. But you're
Aye.
right, mate.
Aye.
He needs for a zoo now. Although we always go when we go down to Blackpool every year, go to Blackpool Zoo because it's smashing. Do you know why? But it's because there's animals at Blackpool Zoo that just get to run in the place and just walk about and among you and all that. Peacocks, other big birds, geese and all that. And then there's the penguins fucking appear. Whoa! Penguins cutting about the place. It's great, man.
Ever since that for the Madagascar, I don't trust fucking penguins. Tell you, man. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
We've been riding out, boys. Did you see the spin-off to that? The penguin movie?
No.
That's good. That is good as well. But I know you're right, mate. I don't think zoos have a purpose. You know what I mean? And I think at that zoo I was just talking about as well, there's a couple of elephants there that kind of rock back and forth. But
Aye.
they were rescued for Germany. Some that were abused in Germany, and they've got this fucking mental state. I don't like that. Get away from them.
But then that's a. No, I was just wondering. Because don't get me wrong, see if there was a choice, you could go see fucking dinosaurs. I reckon I would go. But I don't know.
I feel like
I don't
maybe
know.
priced out it, to be honest with you.
Oh, I 100%. See now, it'd be like that wee lawyer saying. It'd be like fucking $5,000 deposit.
Unless we had somebody in charge like Hammond that says, no, I want everybody to be able to come to this park, which is the way to go. I mean, if everybody in the world is interested in a thing, then it doesn't matter how much money you put on it. It's just, you're getting everybody to see it. We're getting right down the line and we're getting right far out of field with this, but I think we're at an age now where we could probably do anything we want with regards to genetics. I think it's been done. I think there's a dinosaur somewhere in this world getting analysed, man. I'm telling you. Or getting attempted to be made.
I'm telling you, mate, it's just see the way things are going, mate. We're going to be hunted by fucking dinosaurs, we're going to be hunted by Terminators, and we're going to be hunted by aliens. You know what I mean? And everybody's going to look like fucking Mad Max.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or is it going to be what they allude to in the prequels? Is it going to be that they're getting genetically modified to be weaponized? Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
That's frightening. That's bloody frightening.
Aye.
What's some of your favourite lines in the movie, mate?
Oh, without quoting Dr. Malcolm all the way, I would just probably my top picks out of the two is obviously in front of the big massive pile of shit. He just goes, wow, that's one massive pile of shit. And then obviously the other one, see after he's been attacked by the T-Rex and Ellie and Muldoon find him and he's lying there fucking, he's put a tourniquet around his leg and he just lies there and he goes, remind me to thank John for a lovely weekend.
God creates dinosaurs. God destroys dinosaurs. God creates man. Man destroys God, and man creates dinosaurs. And Ellie just says, "Dinosaurs eat man. Women inherit the earth." There you go. A strong female character 31 years ago. All you feminists.
Aye,
they did exist.
Aye. Obviously, the one that's been used with Mega, just Muldoon's one, clever girl. And that's just came into folklore now. I mean, everybody's into it.
He's milliseconds for meeting his maker, but his last action is to show total respect to the thing that's going to kill him. Well done. Well done, Hen. I mean, Brendan Rodgers. Good girl. Brilliant. But John, all the way through this, until he realises very late on in the film, is still trying to defend it, still being magnanimous. He says, like, all major theme parks have delays. When they opened Disneyland in 1956, nothing worked. And then Malcolm just, yeah, John, but Pirates of the Caribbean didn't break down and pirates didn't eat the tourists. They come back to that, son.
Aye, mate. There's a lot of lines in it that are brilliant. Like, when they're going up to the tour sort of thing, Grant says, "Well, it looks like we're out of a job," sort of thing, and then you've got Malcolm goes, "Don't you mean extinct?" And you're like, "Ah."
Yo, yo.
You're good,
And you've
yo.
also, brilliant. You've also got Hammond's reoccurring line of "spared no expense." I think it says that about 5-6 times or something.
Aye. It does. Then, you didn't say the magic word. That's fucking annoyed me for so long, man. Oh,
No half. Then you've got Ray, which is Samuel Jackson, or the alarms are going off in the control part room, and the fence are failing all over the park. And I was waiting him to say "motherfuckers" after the end of that, but he never. And John just Hammond says, "Find Dennis. Check the vending machines." Because a fat guy. That's where he'll be. He'll be getting Twixes and Mars bars and that. He's never away from
fucking
that.
superb. Oh, mate,
Oh.
it's just, like I say, man, there's so many lines in it that are just brilliant. Like, even see wee Lexi's when she goes, "He left us. He left us."
Aye.
And
Shut
mate,
up, bitch.
even to an extent, see the lawyer, but obviously wee Tim finds the wee fucking night vision things, and he goes, "Where did you get them?" He's like, "Under the seat." And he goes, "Are they heavy?" And he goes, "Well, aye." And he went, "We'll put them back. They're expensive."
Aye.
Oh, fucking superb, man.
Aye. I mean, it's it's an awesome movie, groundbreaking for its time, over $1 billion. Can't say enough about it. I've been trying my hardest up to this point to just no tie in Jurassic World with the first one, because without being over the top, it pays tribute to this movie superbly in some scenes, which is great. Right up to the bit to find the banner that falls over the T-Rex at the end, man, and all that kind
Aye.
of stuff. But we'll get to that another day, because I'm going to discuss that a little bit later when we score this movie. So that'll be worth a wait for. You know what I mean?
Aye. Oh, in fact, there's a question for you. See all the Jurassic Park films. Which is your favourite?
Lost World, Jurassic World, the first of the new three.
Aye.
I knew it is. Aye, it was this one for a long, long time, and then the third one was pretty good as well. Second one, not so much. Third one was really, really good. They go back to the island. Tia Leone's in it. They're looking for a wee boy. That
Aye.
third one, aye, aye.
Aye.
And wee boy obviously came off the paraglider, but he's been living there, and there's a lot more dino action in there, a lot of good patter. And then you've got the pteranodons that fly about and all that. And that's scary as shit. But Jurassic World, I thought, I'm maybe biased because I've watched it like over 200 times, but I know inside out. But that's also gave me 200 times to find major faults in it and be pure pissed off and sickened with some of the stuff. And I'm no. Chris Pratt's brilliant. Bryce Dallas Howard plays a great part. Even, would you call him? Kingpin, what's his name?
I can never remember his name.
He's a baddie in it, and he's good. He's a pain in the ass, but he's good. Mr. Masrani, who runs the park now, 20 years later, he's dead in real life, actually. Who wants to be a millionaire? Him. The characters are all great. And bloody BD Wong's still in it. He's still doing it.
Right.
Mr.
Right.
Doctor Wu. And obviously, it shows you the corporate stuff as well, because they've had Jurassic Park running. It's been a success. It's been safe. There's been no hassle since this movie. And the only hassle comes when the bureaucrats and the guys at the top decide numbers. They want numbers up, so they make a new dinosaur. And it's terrifying. A Dominus Rex, it's terrifying. And then you've got the Mosasaurus in the water. It's brilliant. Sorry, mate, I'm going on and on and on about that film because I love it so much. But what's your favourite out of them all?
It's, well, like you, I like the new ones, but I think it's still this, mate. To see the initial, because this kicked it off. You know what I mean? Everything, everything else is like, aye, this add a new dinosaur in. You know what I mean? This make it something else. That's bring something new to the table. Aye. Aye. By the way, he's made some amount of money off this franchise, I know. He's in every film, that bastard. Aye.
You're right. But see the news, see Jurassic World. They had to do something like that. They had to look for an excuse for chaos because they couldn't do it again with the dinosaurs they had, I suppose. And the arc for the raptor as well. The raptor arc is fucking tremendous.
See, there was that kind of. We'll not go into that film, but that was the one thing I kind of didn't like about
that. We're doing it next week anyway. Oh, kidding. Oh, kidding.
But, aye. But just this, aye. It's good, mate. It's a good franchise, apart from that last one there, which like I told you the other week. I watched it up to a point and then it took me another 6 months to finish it. So I was like, that shouldn't be with a Jurassic Park film. In my opinion anyway.
I just had to get to that next level to integrate it with humanity and all that kind of stuff. I'll watch it again. Again, it made over $1 billion, man. You know what I mean?
Nah.
But it's not the best out of the three, that's for sure. The second one was really, really good as well. But the final bit of this film, mate, we'll get into this because it's important, I think, before we go to discuss it. The whole in the what would you call it? The auditorium. When they come out the ceiling and they go on top of the fossilised remains of the T-Rex and stuff, and then the raptors appear and T-Rex. It's amazing, isn't it? It's great. That's iconic.
Aye, because I thought that was the thing that Spielberg says. If I didn't bring the T-Rex back again, people would never forgive me. And he's right. Because everybody wanted to see the T-Rex again. But just see that whole sequence of the raptors chasing them and calling on them, and then eventually walking them into the centre of the room, trapped. You know, that again, it was just these fucking frightening creatures. I've pushed them to this point and I've still got them. You know what I mean? It was brilliant, man.
See, it's amazing. And then just as it's about to leap, T-Rex appears. It's the kind of king of the jungle, if you will. You know what I mean? Inadvertently being the hero. And it's not meant to be. It's just going for the juiciest looking bit of meat there. Brilliant, man.
Aye. Because they incorporated that into the new one and all, didn't they? At the end, the big guns up on the mountain like that. This is my land.
Because it's just, it's going in cahoots with the raptors to fight the Dominus Rex and that's brilliant, man. But it was great. And then at the end, it gives the roar, the banner falls down. Do you know what I mean? It's just iconic. While they make haste, get out of Dodge.
Aye. It's just that wee line and all. After careful consideration, I've decided I'm not going to endorse your park. And we Attenborough's that. So have I, with his mad fucking Scottish accent.
Aye. So have I. You're a liar. You're a liar, Hammond, but aren't you? You're a fucking liar.
Aye, cunning liar. But, aye, mate, as a whole, mate, it's brilliant, man. The music, the effects. I mean, that was...
man.
Aye, got Oscar wins for them, you know what I mean? So, the effects and the sound, which are standouts, as well as the acting, because, what I say is, I think this was a first for proper CGI acting, and they done it well. So
very, very, very well. Groundbreaking, mate. It was groundbreaking.
Aye. I mean, set the standard sort of thing. So, but aye, can't say enough about it. And what will probably happen now is I'll probably watch all the fucking films.
And you know they've already greenlit another 3.
Aye, that's what kind of set this off. Because here, obviously, we're talking about Gareth Edwards last week with Rogue One. He's directing it. So high hopes and all that.
Right. Ably assisted by Bryce Dallas Howard, who will be co-directing, producing, starring in as well. I don't know. I don't think we're getting Chris Pratt back, but she's going to definitely win it. But what's your final scores in the doors, mate, for Jurassic Park?
I'll give it a solid 8 again, mate. A solid 8. Not only some of the CGI is aged, but that's to be expected because I think we've said a few times in episodes 90s CGI does look terrible in places. This isn't terrible, but you can see that it's a wee tad cartoonish in parts. And that's the only thing that marks it down for me, mate.
I'm an 8 as well, mate. That's what I've got. That's what I have on IMDb as well. 8. For the same reasons as yours. It's very hard to do a movie review and be critical of a film for a time when the technology isn't the same as today. And right, you shouldn't really do it, but watchability back. You know, it's the 31 year, man. It's a fucking long time. So it is, and you're right about the 90s, mate. It was CGI was a craft that was still being perfected. It was kind of learn as you go. But with regards to the T-Rex in particular, it was utilised to the best it probably could have been. Where to now, I think it still looks great. Still looks fine because it's dark, it's raining, and all that kind of stuff. It just looks great, absolutely brilliant. Yep. So 8 out of 10 for myself as well. What's your plans for the rest of the day, my man?
Well, I'll need to walk the dog, and then, like I says, I think there's a plethora of films to be watched. I'm gonna watch Ricky Stanek because I've been told that's decent. I'll probably hit the cinema at some point because I gather the weather is to be absolutely abysmal this week. Right. For Imaginary or whatever it's called. And also, I'll need to find somewhere to watch The Iron Claw because I've heard good things about it. So I'll need to watch it.
Iron Claw, is that a film?
Yes, it's a film with Zac Efron and your man from The Bear. See that chef thing? They play a family of ex-wrestlers back in the day. So apparently it's good. It'll be a drama of some sort. So, plus it's a true story. So stuff like that is usually up my street for watching.
And watch The Bear, did you?
I did not, mate.
Shut up.
No, yeah, anyway, I'll get round to it. I'll get round to it. It's just the whole thing, mate, because everything's a fucking serious, man. Everything. There's The Gentleman. The Gentleman's now a series. Like
that's proper Netflix, but in it just something's good to be Netflix. They just blow their wad on it.
It's just give me a start, a middle, an end, please. It's everything, mate. Everything. Any book that's coming out, TV series. Like Fallout's coming soon, which is like an adaptation for a game. Series. I mean, Fallout would have been smashing.
It's where the money's at, man. It's where the money's at. I'm going to go.
It's just everything, mate. As soon as you start a series, it's, this is the introduction, this is this character. You go, all right, fucking brilliant. And then, like, the last 3 episodes is the actual story, and you go, oh, aye, the 3 episodes were good. No, I mean, you're like, oh.
Aye. Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to have a shower and I'm going to make myself an omelette with my new whisk I got off TikTok. What a TikTok whisk. Looks amazing. I might video it, might go viral with it. And then I'll pick the wings up for school and we've got an empty tonight, me and the boys, because the lassies are all gone to Jason Derulo and Shona's gone to Comedy Club or something like that, which is going to be live on the BBC. Don't know who's got to see, maybe I've heard it anyway. So me and the boys will be in the night. I'll see if I can persuade them not to watch either Elemental, Coco, Super Mario World, Dungeons and Dragons, and try and watch something I want to watch when I'm in times. But failing that, I'll probably need to wait till they go to sleep and I'll pick one of the new films. I've got Killers of the Flower Moon there. As I said, I might try that. And then the other ones, I can't remember. It was a reckon I done 10 I procured. Quite legally. And I'll look into them. But I've also got the flight simulator, and I got myself a joystick and a throttle for it. So we'll be flying over the streets of Glasgow. Maybe no this week, but maybe wait till the weekend and do that. But apart from that, folks, that was Jurassic Park 1993. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for listening to the episode. If you did enjoy it, then please consider sending this episode to someone else who might like it. Word of mouth is how we grow, and your support means the absolute world to us, as always. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Aye,
You know,
it's nice to share that.
It's nice to share. I've had next week's film in my head all day, all night, and this morning, and I can't fucking remember it. Do you know what I mean?
How was that?
I don't know. I'm going to have to look at my list here. I was hell bent, and I was like, that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. And I'm telling you, mate, I don't think I'm going to be 46 on Sunday. I think I'm going to be like 66 or something. Genre-wise, what do you fancy? You get any preference in a genre?
Anything, mate. Anything.
Anything at all? Then I think we will do. This is going to be good audibly when people are doing fucking long silences like myself. Right, we're going to do an animated film, mate.
Oh!
I've just remembered what it is now.
Is it the third instalment of a film, by any chance?
First.
First? Oh! What is it? What is it?
I know what you were thinking. You're thinking of Toy Story 3, weren't you?
No, I was thinking Shrek 3.
Well, it would have been Shrek 4, actually, mate.
Oh!
Because that's the one where Rumpelstiltskin in it. But we're not doing that. We're doing The Boss Baby.
No, you're just right into that.
I'm telling you, see when you watch it. You've not watched it yet, you know. You will love
I have
it.
watched
You
it.
have? Have you?
Aye. Aye.
So,
That's...
just thought it was time we done a wee cartoon that. Because the patter's good in that. And the action, the story arc and all that, I think it's quite good. So there we go. We're doing The Boss Baby next week. Because I had he'd candy about other things, man. But we'll get to other things later. So, aye, guys and dolls, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hit the like button. Share us with somebody. If you've got to do one good thing for us this week, send our link to somebody. That'd be much appreciated. All they can do is just delete it. Do you know what I mean? They don't. That would be great, but
Aye.
we quite a big bump last week in the old Audible stuff.
Yes. Yes. Oh, it's nice to see. But...
What? Wait, you closed, is it?
Well,
anything else you want to add to seasons now?
no, but I thanks for everybody listening, sharing, liking, watching, telling people, and enjoying. If you don't enjoy it, let us know. Geese pelters. Enjoy pelters. I mean, the strongest one we've had so far was a couple of butt buddies because we had accents, but aye.
I feel free to geese pelters because all we'll do is just publicly shame you anyway. So it's all right. Don't care. Unless you stay in Glasgow, we'll meet you on it. You know what I mean? Me and Chris will I'll back into a corner and Chris will come round the other corner like a pair of raptors.
I draw you like one of the French girls.
If I need corners, I'll just go. Fucking try to do a raptor, I sound like a seal.
I was going to say that. But that's enough for me. So, cheery bye.
Cheery bye, like, love, listen to Quaint. The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.